change things for tournament time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We've been talking about Philip Barbour coming out of the losers bracket. That's hard to do as a coach to maintain. Off speed to start.
Rock delivers first pitch in there for a strike. Wolf is the batter. Second pitch fouled off.
And you've seen George coming down, playing way in front of the bag early in the count.
Well, lefty up. It looks like he can run a little bit, 0-2, no one on. I would imagine see if he maybe get him to chase this.
Ooh, just missed.
Just missed on the outside.
But that's your ability to stay around the plate. And he can throw it off the plate 0-2. If he chases it, good for you. If not, that's a good eye on your batter.
100%. Pitch is up high. Looked like it was a fastball. Up around the neck. Wolf wasn't biting. Another pitch there, so we've got a full count here on this first bat. Wolf's battled back after being down 0-2. We'll see if Ryland goes after him with the fastball or comes back in with the pitch is fouled off down the left field line.
And after all this rain today, it's not a bad evening for baseball.
No, it really is. really, really nice. And boy, isn't this turf field wonderful?
Can you?
Pitch is high. And Ryland delivers a first batter walk to Wolf. And we're going to see how aggressive Philip Barbour is. Do they go small ball here? Runner on first. Third baseman Nick George might be.
He's playing even with the bag.
He is. He's kind of deep. So they're expecting a swing away here.
Good pitch on the inside corner. I'm watching the Philip Barbour coach. He's got the old school. He's just giving signs.
He is. Not calling out numbers or anything. No wristbands.
Don't see that very often anymore.
No.
Oh, good off speed on.
That was more of a sweeping.
Look like one of those sweeping curveballs.
Yeah. 0-2. But again, runner on first can't get too crazy.
Ooh.
Nice setup.
He's off the plate, but that bat will come.
You know what?
Okay,
he was set up a little bit more outside, and I think that's what threw that off. That looked pretty close.
A little two-seam action, maybe?
It came back in, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Inside.
Good spot right there.
Early on, the ump setting his strike zone, letting everyone know. So
there's that sweeping.
It is. It's not tight.
No,
it goes across the plate, but
there's a big break to it.
Brings up the first baseman, number 9.
Gotta be careful right here with this kid.
Yeah, he's Ish burned the Flying Eagles last year, and he had a nice game when they handled Robert C. Bird earlier in the season.
Surprised we didn't see Phil Barbour try to maybe run a little bit. Well, they got a. Is that ever? Well, don't look like the original first batter, though, does it? The runner?
I think, well. Off-speed pitch in there for a called first strike. I would imagine that if Ryland can locate that off-speed pitch consistently for a strike, Ish might see a lot of it.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to leave anything out over the plate too much for him or leave it up.
There's a pitch that broke out to the outside for a ball. Counts 1-1. Runner on first, one out. Top of the first.
And that's good location because if he tries to pull it, you're probably going to get a double play ground ball out of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Robert C. Bird is leaving their shortstop pretty much at depth. They're shading their second baseman, Ashton Schaefer, over to cover.
Ooh. Just off the plate there. Good spot there.
Third pitch is inside for a ball. Counts 2-1. One out. See if Schaefer, or let's see if Rock goes back outside. Yeah, he does.
that sweeping action again. He's got that pretty consistently right now.
2-2's a count. Runner on first. 1 out.
There's the runner.
He left that up.
Yeah.
He got a chance to double him up.
Yeah, he does. He's got touch second again. Got him.
They doubled him up.
Good job.
Deep fly ball to the left center gap. Bryce Berg tracks it pretty easily.
Yeah.
Wolf at first is almost to third base on the hit. He must have thought it was already gone. So Bryce made the catch and threw it in, and they doubled up. So at the bottom of the first inning, 0-0, no runs on no hits. We're going to move to the Robert C. Byrd part of their inning. So RCBSM baseball, the sectional championship matchup between the Philip Barbour Colts, Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. I'm Ryan Lance here with my broadcast partner, DJ Byrd. Colts went kind of quietly in the top half of the first. That brings up the Flying Eagles half. And shortstop, Braden Thompson, is going to lead things off. Had an exciting play to end the bottom or the top of the first with a fly out, and they doubled up the runner at first. So
that ball, like you said, coming off the bat, it looked like it might get in the gap, but it kind of hung up in that alley. Which is weird here. The ball usually carries down here on this field pretty well.
Yeah. First pitch low for a ball.
Name of the game for Robert C. Byrd is quality of bats. Even if you get out, just have a quality of bat.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Second pitch is low again for a ball. You know, with Robert C. Byrd's athletes, get them on the bases and see if they can loosen some things up.
Be aggressive. And
yeah. Next pitch is in there for ball 3. So if you're the Colts, putting Thomason on first isn't your ideal scenario.
And you figure coming out of the loser's bracket, this is your number one. How many arms do you have after him?
Walked him on 4 pitches. On the mound is Halfin.
And everything down and off the ground, but almost off the turf. I guess not off the ground right now.
Yeah. So the Flying Eagles really kind of at their first decision. Braden on first. Rylan Rock up. So do they try to advance the runner? Do they pause a couple pitches, let Braden try to get there? Lefty on the mound, so he's going to keep him a little closer.
Third baseman's playing in like you might see, but ain't everything there is still down.
That's his 5th straight pitch for a ball. So you heard the Barbour Seabird coaching staff reminding them. Another pitch in there for a ball.
He's struggling with something.
And a timeout is being called. Phil Barbour.
I don't know if it's the ball or the.
You know, when I was watching him warm up, though, he was throwing a lot of fastballs, and they were high. I mean, it looked like he had some little pop to it, and it just, I don't know. It seems like
everything's looked off speed.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's looked hard right now.
So they're conferencing at the mound right now. Phil Barbour coach is wanting to.
And that's something you don't want to do 2 batters in the bottom of the half of the inning.
No. The umpire comes out and just reminds the boys that it's not a party; it's a baseball game.
So that's the first visit for.
First mound visit. The official or the umpire is noting that in his notebook.
I'd say you may not see anything until he throws a strike, whether they want to decide they want to bunt or not. He's throwing 6 straight balls.
I think they'll probably take it until they see something.
Yeah.
Pitch is on the way.
And he's
low again. 3-0 to Ryland Rock. Braden Thompson on first base, no outs.
Well, if this is Texas A&M, they'd be all over him right now with 7 straight balls. Everything's that's.
It almost looks like he's aiming. Coach.
It does. Yeah, it does. He's not comfortable with something. I don't know if it's he's not comfortable with the ball, if he's not comfortable on the pitcher's mound. Because when they were taking infield, he did come out and look like he could push off a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. 2 runners on. Nick George up the plate is not a time to be uncomfortable. That's his first pitch that he's had up. Looked like it was a fastball and just misses for a ball.
9 straight balls.
So 9 straight balls to start the game.
Man, where
pitch inside, just missing.
He did 10 straight balls. That pitch looked good.
Phil Barbour crowd thought so. Right down the middle for a strike, but you could tell he had a mandate from the coaches to take till.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to leave that ball with Nick, because he's probably going to hit that thing in the left center.
Inside for a strike. Evens the count to 2-2. Runners on first and second. Nick didn't like that, and I don't know if I had a little two-seam action that came back in. I couldn't really tell. Here's the pitch. Opportunity to turn 2. Get the out at second. 6-4. Runner advances to third.
The ball kind of handcuffed Nick a little bit. He is off the handle.
Well, yeah, it looked like he was wanting to get those arms extended, and he just really couldn't do anything with it. Number 4 hitter, first baseman Nathan Lotsky comes to the plate. With runners on first and third, we've seen Flying Eagles in the past do a little tomfoolery trying to get that runner in a run down and see if they can get him to cross. But
they did the other day with Lincoln. Lincoln threw the ball away.
Yeah.
You had Bryson on first, and I can't remember who they had on third, but we'll
see how Barbour Seabird does that, or if they let Lotsky swing away.
And it could be different. They're not playing in cleats. Some of these guys are wearing tennis shoes or turf cleats and not, pushing off, and that front foot landing on that carpet might be a little different for them.
First pitch to Lotsky's in there. It's inside for a ball.
But as much as some of these guys have played travel ball over the years, I'm sure they've pitched off these portable mounds. Well, you're not going to turn 2 on this one. You might not even get 1. Ooh, what a throw.
Yeah, that was a great throw. Tremendous throw by Albert Gonzalez in the hole, backhanded. And run does score for the Flying Eagles.
Scores a run for the Flying Eagles. George to second base on the play.
Runner still in scoring position. Xavier Carvelli up. He's a lefty.
He's hit the ball well so far in the section.
He has. So lefty v. lefty here. Third baseman is curiously in. Ooh. Jammed him a little bit.
Put out at second base for the third out of the inning.
And Carvelli pops it up right behind second base. So 1 run on no hits. 1 runner left on base at the conclusion of 1 inning. It's your Flying Eagles 1, Philip Barbour Colts nothing. RCBSM Baseball, the Flying Eagle Network. Frank Loria Field in the sectional championship between the Philip Barbour Colts and the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. Up for the Colts is the pitcher.
Leading off the top of the second inning for the Colts, the pitcher, number 5, Mason Halfin.
Mason Halfin. On the mound for the Flying Eagles, junior Rylan Rock. First pitch, a little bit outside for a ball. Halfin is a lefty. Second pitch, bouncing to third. Be an unassisted play. Losky gets the out for out 1.
The good thing in playing on turf, you're going to get a true ground ball bounce, or if it stays on the ground, it's going to be.
Yeah, this turf does take away that part of the game. I mean, you're going to get a good bounce.
Like taking balls in the gym early in the year.
Next up for the Colts, Sisson.
That pitch is.
And it must be tough to lay off.
Yeah.
You see guys taking cuts at it. First pitch is in there for a strike.
There it is again.
Second pitch. Hit
Nice
the right
job.
field. Great job by Carvelli. I thought he was in a little bit of trouble. I thought he hit that gap.
Yeah, but these outfielders cover a lot of ground here.
Nice backhand catch. And
this is a unique lineup for Robert C. Byrd, really. I mean, a bunch of seniors, a bunch of freshmen, and then
it's a mixture.
Then Corsini, the junior.
Yeah. Cole in for the Colts. First pitch is a ball inside. Second pitch, ball 2. It's like a fastball high, a little too high. Here's the pitch. Bounce down the third baseline, just foul out of the outstretched glove of third baseman Nick George. You know, we're talking about efficiency, Coach, and we're talking about Ryland's ability to get through innings. So far, knock on wood, he's heading one of them innings right now.
Yeah. And that's the name of the game in high school baseball. Keep your pitch count down. Ooh, man.
Pitch is inside, called for a ball. Counts 3-1 on Cole. Hit down the left field line. I think Corsini was shaded a little too far over to.
Yeah, that's a long.
That is a long
ways to go.
Full count to Cole. Nice. Oh, just up there. Just up there. He went. That was looked like more of a slider. Had a little bit of a tighter break to it.
Brings up the third baseman, 0-0.
Might see some small ball right here now. Down in the lineup. And
third baseman Nick Gonzalez up for the Colts. Runner on first, 2 outs. First pitch is high for a ball. Ryland throws over to first. Didn't really give him his best move, but just letting him know he's aware of him.
Just keeping him close.
Here's the pitch. This strike's in.
It's tight.
It's gotten tight since the last inning.
Yeah, it is tight. Yes.
Third pitch is a breaking ball. Nick Gonzalez couldn't keep back. Counts 2-1. Runner on first, 2 outs. Here's a pitch.
Nice pitch.
Another breaking pitch. Runs the count to 2-2, 2 outs. 2's on the board.
His off-speed pitch stuff is really good.
Runner goes. Thought he might have went. They checked. They appealed to the first base umpire. He said no. Did not break the plane of the plate. But Cole did advance to second. Full count to Nick Gonzalez.
Ooh.
Fastball on the outside corner of the plate catches Nick Gonzalez looking. So
No runs, no hits.
we have no runs on no hits. 1 runner left on base. And at the end of 1.5, it's your Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles 1, the Philip Barbour Colts nothing. RCBSM Baseball, the Flying Eagle Network. Welcome back to Frank Loria Field. Here we are in the bottom of the second in the sectional championship game between the Philip Barbour Colts and the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. Robert C. Byrd is up 1-0 as they come to their portion of the inning to bat. Up for the Flying Eagles, Aston Schaefer, Anthony Corsini, and Severio Destito. Schaefer steps in the box, and Coach, we'll see if Halfin has control issues this inning. He started out last inning a little rough. So
10 straight balls before he ever got anything across the plate. Ooh-wee.
Well, he gets that first pitch across for a strike. First pitch across for a strike. Second pitch is a ball. Schaefer with a big game last time for the Flying Eagles. I think he went 4 for 4 with 2 or 3 doubles.
Ball's down. He's missed down a lot.
I think you're on to that, something with the mound.
There's something, something is not feeling right with him when he's. Good play.
Schaefer with a ground out to the shortstop. You know what? I think that ball was going to scoot through there, but it hit the lip of that mound and it slowed it down. And Gonzalez was able to make a nice play on the ball. So
If you kind of watch his front foot, of course, I've never seen him pitch live before, but it don't look like he's comfortable striding out on that. He's kind of short. Maybe that's what. If you watch him, I just watched him last pitch.
Like he's shortening it up.
Yeah, not to push off and stretch out on there.
First pitch to Anthony Corsini is in their first strike. There's a second pitch.
And he's stepping towards first baseline, too. He's not coming straight down the front shoulder opening up, and he's stepping that way. Now that's better, but that was down.
I wonder if he's doing that to try to put his foot where he wants it.
Yeah, he might be.
Avoiding something or.
And he's stepping clear across the rubber. I mean, he's
pitches a ball in there for Corsini. 3-1's the count. One out.
Of course, the left-handers, their ball naturally tells away anyways, but.
Just missed on the outside.
Yeah, that pitch has been there.
Corsini draws a walk. Brings up the catcher, number 7, Severio Destito.
Brings up the catcher for the Flying Eagles, Severio Destito. Corsini at first. Corsini is a capable base runner, so I would say that
you might see some
small ball a little bit. Third baseman thinks we're going to.
The ball smoked.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to avoid a double play.
Nice pick by Ish at first base.
6-4-3 for the Philip Barbour Colts. Gets them out of the inning. So no runs, no hits at the bottom of the second. It's your Flying Eagles 1, Philip Barbour Colts nothing. RCBSM Baseball, the Flying Eagle Network. Welcome back to Frank Loria Field at this evening's sectional championship game between the Philip Barbour Colts and the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. Top of the second, 1-0. Your Flying Eagles will bring to the plate left fielder D'Angelo for the Colts. Coach, I'm Ryan Lance with DJ Byrd. Rylan Rock's doing a pretty efficient game so far.
Ooh, you'd like to have that inside corner.
First pitch in there for a ball. I don't think the ump's going to give it away easy. Second pitch down the middle. Popped up to left field. Corsini drifting over. Makes the catch.
Came in a little adventurous.
That brings up Miles Hutzler, the right fielder for the Colts.
A lot of people here.
First pitch is a ball. You know, one of the things with turf that I always thought is I think it does limit the small ball game a little
It does.
bit. Second pitch is a foul ball down the right field line. But, yeah, normally on grass, you make that bunt. That ball could take off a couple different ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you're going to get true hops here. Third pitch is in there for a ball, a little high. Counts 2-1 on Hutzler.
It's one or the other. I mean, if you don't have a turf field, then you don't get a play today.
That's true.
I like him better for football, but
curveball on that fourth pitch, the outer half of the plate. Hutzler takes a cut at and fouls it off down the right field line.
I
think that might drop. Ball's hanging in the
Wow,
air.
Of course, Bryce gets to a lot of balls.
I love having a senior center fielder. You know what I mean? It just settles things down. But, yeah, when the ball's coming off the bat, it looks like it's going to take off. But Bryce was able to get over there, grab the second out of the frame. That brings up Wolf. He walked his first at bat and singles on this one.
Wolf with a base hit.
So the lefty ends up at first base again this evening. On base percentage is perfect so far.
Name of the game. No matter how you get there, just get there.
Brings up the shortstop for the Colts, Albert Gonzalez. Gonzalez struck out swinging his first at bat on a steady dose of curveballs. Right here, hits a can of corn to center fielder Bryce Bird to end the inning. So, no runs, one hit, one runner left on.
One hit, one left after 2.5.
After 2.5 innings, Flying Eagles 1, Colts nothing. RCBSN Baseball, the Flying Eagle Network. Back here at Frank Loria Field for this evening's sectional championship game between the Philip Barbour Colts and the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. Bottom of the third inning, RCB on top 1-0, and that will bring up their number 9 hitter, Bryce Bird. And we were just talking about the advantage of having a strong hitter and an athlete like Bryce come up in this situation. Basically, it's a double leadoff situation for the Colts, and see if they can set the table and get a big inning out of this.
Yeah, to have a big. And you get somebody batting in that position that understands their role, that just get on any way you can. And I think the other day they told me, he said, Uncle DJ, I'm 4 for 5 right now in this sectional. Or something like that. I think it was yesterday he told me.
Second pitch is pulled it right outside of the third baseline. Counts 1-1 for Bryce. Pitch is in there for a ball, a little low. The thing I've been pleased with Bryce this year is a little bit compared to last year is his plate discipline.
Yeah, he chases that. He swung the bat a lot better this year than well, of course, he bunted a lot last year.
Yeah. Pitched a little outside, and Bryce couldn't hold back and took a swing at it. Counts 2-2. Bryce just misses it, fouls it straight back. Braden helps out the cause and retrieves it from the on-deck circle. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch to Bird.
It's going to have to be a good throw. Yeah, I was going to say that's infield.
Right. Yeah. Well, Bryce Bird legs it out at first base, and I thought if it took that extra hop that he was going to have a chance. And, Bryce is a really good athlete, and he legged it down there. And, again, this is what we're talking about. Flying Eagles have an opportunity to get things rolling here.
Now you can play small ball and
here's a pitch to Thomason. He pops it up to the right side. It's going to be a heck of a catch if they can get it.
I don't know if he had to slide. I think sliding.
I think he might have misjudged that.
Yeah, if he runs through that ball, he might catch it.
Well, Braden's glad he didn't.
Yeah. This move's good for a big kid, doesn't he? Good.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. And that's tough going in that angle as a first baseman. He got back there.
Yeah, he did. Might see some hit and run right here. Got one strike.
Should be. 0-1 count to Thomason.
There it is. Oh.
They got him picked off. Oh, it's going to be a bad throw.
He don't know where the ball's at.
Uh-uh.
But that's all right. They may not have had him even on a good throw.
I don't think they would have. Bryce got a tremendous jump.
Yeah, he did.
And they tried to get him a second. Ball was a little high, but I agree with you. I don't think they're getting him. And that's tough because that's a throw from first to second, but the runner's right there.
Yeah, the angle. You either got to go around him or through him.
And if it hits off his helmet, it's bouncing off in the right field. So
right.
Bryce gets a steal from second. 0-1 count to Thomason. Now can let Braden swing the bat a little bit. First baseman's cheating in some. He doesn't think that Braden's going to swing that bat.
The second baseman hasn't moved over a whole lot for that. Well, there he goes. He's starting to move over more now.
To cover, yeah. The pitch is high for a ball. Brings the count to 2-1 for Thomason. Here's the pitch.
That's a good piece of hitting right.
It's going to be tough. They're not getting that.
No.
First baseman for Philip Barbour went to make a play, try to cut it off in the hole. Wasn't able to. So that means all Bray had to do was beat the pitcher to first, and he's winning most of those foot races.
He's going to win that foot race.
That advances Bryce Bird to third. So here we have runners on the corners. Brings Rylan Rock up. But with speed on the bases,
you might get delayed steal or he stops up through the line.
I think a lefty on the mound might change some things for him, but we'll see.
He's got a big lead. Oh, that's going to bloop in. Good.
It's perfect.
Yep.
When Braden took off, forced the second baseman to cover, hit it right behind him. That brings in Bryce Bird. It's the game's second run. Great piece of hitting and execution by the Flying Eagles.
You get a run there and the ball never left the infield. Well,
yeah,
barely left the infield.
Barely, yeah. And that brings up your main man, Big Nick George. Last time Nick was up, he had thrown so many consecutive balls he was kind of taking.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get that this time.
Oof.
Pitch is in there for a strike. I was a little bit surprised Nick didn't take a cut at that one. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. Nick didn't even leave the batter's box between the pitches. He's ready to roll here. Here's the pitch.
Ooh, that ball smoked and has a whole lot of.
Ball's hit hard to the third baseman Gonzalez. It ricochets off his glove. Goes maybe 10 feet from him, but that was enough for Braden to round third and score. Coach, we talked about big innings, and it appears the Flying Eagles might be in for one.
And here comes the second mound visit.
So that brings the Philip Barbour.
This may be it.
Coach out.
That's a tough play right there for that third baseman.
Absolutely. You know, I'll be honest with you. The Flying Eagles aren't cracking them in the gaps to the fence. They just had some fortuitous hits, and it's baseball. It happens.
Just put it in play, and things happen.
You know. Runners at first and second. First baseman Nathan Losky comes to the plate for the Flying Eagles. He grounded out to the shortstop, his first one.
They got double steal.
Double steal.
Or was it hit and run?
I'm thinking it's probably a hit and run because Losky took a cut at that.
Yeah,
trying to protect him, I think. That's a good pickup on that. It does it get the runners to second and third. Philip Barbour contingent arguing that it was a foul ball. The umpire disagrees. So now the runners do advance.
And the best thing about that, you get yourself out of infield fly rule now.
Yeah. Yes, great call. And, hit scores two now.
Yeah, now you get two.
Here's the pitch. Outside. Losky takes a cut at it. Not able to catch up to it. Count goes to 0-2.
Get this thing to the right side of the field, you at least get a run.
0-2's the count. Here's the pitch. And Losky goes down on strike, called third strike.
Brings up the right fielder, number 15.
It's first out of the inning.
Awkward if the third baseman's coming in every time he comes up.
Especially, yeah.
And he's a left-handed. If he bunts, he's going to drag that thing. It's not going to go down the third baseline.
First pitch is in there for a strike. So far, the Flying Eagles have swung the bat this evening. Not really working the sacrifice game. Here's the pitch.
That's going to get you a run.
That's what you want.
Oh, and anybody
mishandled a little bit by the second baseman, but he recovers for the out. But a run does score. That brings Rock in and moves George over to third. That brings up second baseman Ashton Schaefer. Schaefer grounded to the shortstop. His first at bat had a hard hit ball that just clipped the mound and
slowed it down.
Slowed the ball down. Runner on third. Here's the first pitch to Schaefer. Outside for a ball. What I like about having Nick George at this position is on third base is he's savvy. He gets good secondary leads. If that ball is a pass ball at all, he's going to score.
Mm-hmm.
Ball's up high for ball two. Here's the pitch to Schaefer. Low for ball three.
lot of pitches for Halfin so far. And 2 2/3?
Yeah. Pitch is in there for a called strike. Brings the count to 3-1.
Now, that pitch wasn't getting called earlier.
It must change inning to inning. Pitch on a 3-1 count. Ball's up high. And Schaefer will go to first on a walk.
Going to bring up the left fielder, number 3, Anthony.
Do they try the rundown play here?
They might. If you can get caught up and
Coach is barking out a sign. I bet they do. Letting him swing. Pitches.
might not do anything till they get a strike.
Okay. Low and outside on Corsini for a ball. I think Philip Barbour's kind of.
They're playing for something. Yeah, we got a strike. We'll see if something's going on here.
Strike called on the outer part of the plate. Evens the count to 1-1. 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Check that. Little throw over. Thought maybe they were thinking the same thing you were thinking. 1 strike. Maybe they were going to try something and catch Schaefer leaning at first. Here's the pitch to Corsini. In there for a strike. Takes the count to 1-2.
They're going to throw it down probably if he goes here. If the coach is out.
As long as the run scores before the out occurs, it counts. So I think this is kind of what they have in mind. Pitch is inside. Corsini sends it in the air. Flies out to the, or pops up to the shortstop.
4 hits, lead 2 runners. After 3,
We have 4 runs on.
Philip Barbour, nothing.
I'm sorry, 3 runs on 4 hits. At the end of 3 innings, the Flying Eagles 4, Philip Barbour Colts nothing. RCBSM Baseball, the Flying Eagle Network. Welcome back to Frank Loria Field. This evening's sectional championship game between the Philip Barbour Colts and the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. We move to the top of the 4th, and it's your Flying Eagles ahead 4-0. That brings to the plate Ish for the Colts. He flew out to the center. Rylan Rock on the mound, pitching a nice game so far. First pitch is
Got him out in front.
got him out in front. Remember last at bat, he got a steady dose of it, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. He had a hard. Well, we thought it was a hard hit ball, but just kind of hung up in the.
Must be that Elk Creek slowing it down.
Dale Creek Air.
Dale Creek Air. Second pitch, a little bit too far inside for a ball.
I heard that pitch is just.
Pitch on the outside, swing by Ish. I tell you what, though, I really wouldn't want to let Ish get his arms extended.
No, he missed.
He just missed that one. Ish flies one to center. Bryce Bird drifts over and makes the play for the first out of the inning.
Robert C. Bird might lead the country in hats coming off when they're pitching or running. I've never seen so many kids pitching their hats come off the whole time.
That brings up the pitcher.
That looks like a good spot on that high fastball.
Halfin, Rock misses on his first pitch for a ball. Second pitch, low for ball 2. Halfin grounded out to the first baseman his last at bat. Here's the pitch, up high for ball 3. Count moves to 3-0 on Halfin, a lefty. Walked him on 4 pitches. So the Colts have a little
You'll get a courtesy runner for the pitcher.
Little action going. Courtesy runner comes in for Halfin. And that brings up catcher, Tyler Sisson.
Cam Bennett, the courtesy runner. Might see, nobody out. Might move him over. Remember,
first pitch, low and outside for a ball to Sisson. Top of the 4th inning, 1 out, 4-0, Flying Eagles up. It's gonna be a tough play.
Yeah, it's either way.
Thomason drifting over in the hole, backhands makes a stop, but couldn't really do anything with it. Infield single by Sisson. Advances Halfin or the runner at first, who's a courtesy runner. He advances to second. So that brings up the second baseman, Braden Cole. They have 2 runners on, first and second. First pitch low and away for a ball.
Needs a new ball.
These are the type of situations that Rock has continuously worked his way out of this season. See if he can do it again here.
That might be tailor-made right there.
1.
No.
Errant throw is going to allow the runner from third to score. They do get the out at second.
Runner out at second.
That brings up the third baseman, Nick Gonzalez. Gonzalez caught looking. And they're going to allow the runner to move to second.
It's interesting.
They're saying the ball was out of play.
How was it out of play? The ball bounced back in.
I'm not sure if it hit something, it came back in, but it went out of play. I know the dugouts count as out of play.
Yeah.
And they're, concrete dugouts, so maybe that's what happened.
Maybe it did. I couldn't see in there.
Yeah. That puts Cole at second. Nick Gonzalez up, 2 outs. Pitch is low for a ball. But the Colts do get on the board. Good job by Destito blocking that pitch. Another good job by Severio.
Basically, just saved a run there because the first one he gets a third, and now if it gets by.
Absolutely.
Pitch
grounded back to the pitcher for the third out of the inning.
The final out of the inning. The Colts get a run on a hit and lead one after.
Phil Barbour Colts get a run on a hit, and they Flying Eagles lead 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. RCBSM Baseball, the Flying Eagle Network.
Starting off the bottom of the fourth inning for the Flying Eagles.
Welcome back to Frank Loria Field in tonight's sectional championship game between the Phil Barbour Colts, Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. Bottom half of the fourth, the Flying Eagles are up 4-1 on the Colts. Up at bat for the Flying Eagles is the catcher, Severio Destito.
Yeah, hard ground ball and double play is first at bat.
Here's the pitch. And then for a strike, you know, Phil Barbour's pitcher, Halfin, he's had his moments tonight where he's kind of struggled, but he's been battling. He's still out here in the fourth inning.
Yeah, he's
game's in reach. Second pitch, just missed. Brings a count to 1-1. Pitch on the outside part of the plate, in there for a strike.
And that's weird that pitch is getting thrown there because they've got a lot of room down that right field line if they put the ball down there. Ooh, had him guessing.
Severio strikes out swinging. Yeah, Coach, that's a good pickup. They've kind of shading the right fielder over, but they're pitching on the outer half of the plate. So if a runner or if a batter is disciplined and hits it where it's pitched, he could be running for a long time. That brings up center fielder Bryce Byrd. Bryce singled his first at bat. Pitch on the outside part of the plate, just misses. And we talked about, you know, the advantage of having a guy like Bryce in the bottom half of the order. Second pitch is low.
He gets on in his last inning and scored 3 runs.
And it started a big inning for him. So we saw that several times this season and again last season. So it's a role Bryce is comfortable in, and he does a great job for the Flying Eagles. Here's the pitch, outside part of the plate. Just misses for a ball. Brings the count to 3-0. I'm telling you, if you're the Colts, Bryce is not a guy you want to send to first. Here's a pitch. Wow. Misses for a walk on 4 pitches. So Bryce double checked just to make sure he didn't show up the ump and make sure he got the call. That brings up
pitch is close.
Brings up Braden Thomason. So a lot of speed at first, a lot of speed at the plate for the Flying Eagles. Halfin does a little check at first, tosses the ball over there, make sure Bryce stays a little close to the bag. Here's a pitch to Thomason. Nice pitch on the outside part of the plate.
I'm going to get some action right here now with 1 strike. Let's see. See what goes on.
These are the guys you'd run a hit and run with. If you run, Philip Barbour might be thinking the same thing. They toss over, see if they could get Bryce leaning.
Well, they got him leaning last inning.
Did get him leaning last inning, and Bryce still ended up at second. Quick pitch. Hit right to the second baseman. And they double him up. So hard hit ball to the second baseman. He didn't even have to move an inch. Tossed it up, and they get a double play to get out of the inning. So great job by the Phil Barbour Colts infield. So no runs on no hits, bottom half of the 4th. It's your Flying Eagles 4, Philip Barbour Colts 1. RCBSN Baseball, the Flying Eagle Network. Welcome back to Frank Loria Field. This evening's sectional championship game between the Philip Barbour Colts and the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. We head to the top of the 5th inning, and it's your Flying Eagles up 4-1 on the Colts. To the plate for the Philip Barbour Ball Club is left fielder D'Angelo. On the mound for the Flying Eagles, junior Rylan Rock. Rylan's pitched 4 innings, given up 1 run, and so far, so good for the Flying Eagles. Here's the first pitch. Ooh, just a bit outside. A little high. He just wanted to make sure everyone was paying attention. Rylan looked around like, I can't believe that happened.
Look like Rick Vaughn. Ooh. His off-speed stuff is very good.
Yeah. It's tough to lay off of, I think. Second pitch in there for a swinging strike. 1-on-1's the count. Ooh. Another curveball, a little bit more on the outside part of the plate. And, again, D'Angelo not able to make contact with it. Here's the pitch. Destito set up a little bit further outside. Rylan couldn't bring that down to entice D'Angelo. 2-2's the count. Here's the pitch.
There it is again.
Off-speed pitch again. Swinging third strike.
Strikeout for the first out of the inning.
That brings up Hutzler, the right fielder. He flew out to center his last at bat.
Rylan kind of got that old school face behind the glove.
First pitch, a little high for a ball. He does. He likes to peek behind that glove.
Yeah. You don't see that very much anymore.
Second pitch also high. It's count to 2-0. Top of the 5th inning, 1 out. Second pitch is in there for a strike. Hustle just missed it. Just joining us, I'm Ryan Lance. My broadcast partner is DJ Bird. As we
We got to call last year's sectional.
Yeah, we
win,
did,
didn't we?
We did, didn't we? Pitch is a little high. Brings the count to 3-1. 1 out. Don't want to put the 9-hitter on and let them have an opportunity for a rally.
Straight back.
Fouls it off. As everyone, if you've been to a baseball game in Frank Loria, when there's a foul ball, everyone holds their collective breath.
They're waiting to see if a car gets hit.
Full count. Here's the pitch. Just missed it.
And the people park along the fence line, even though we got the new net, it's still.
We were talking about this, like the out-of-town people that come here thinking, man, what nice people they are leaving us all these parking spaces. I don't know.
Sir, you can park right here.
Pitch, another foul. Hutzler in there battling.
Yeah,
So far he's got a 7-pitch at bat going. Time you can hit 6 more pitches. Here's the pitch.
Got him with
Gets
that.
him swinging.
And that's still a quality at bat, even though you get
Absolutely.
I mean, that's a quality at bat for him in the 9 spot.
Absolutely. That's all you can ask.
Brings up the top of the lineup, the center fielder, number 1.
Brings up center fielder Wolf. He's gotten on base both his at-bats. Last time, singling. He's a lefty. Looks like he can run a little bit. And first pitch is in there for a strike. Looks like the Flying Eagles are just playing them straight away. Corners are not in. Second pitch, a little high for a ball. Count goes to 1-1, 2 outs.
No batting gloves.
No batting gloves, a little old school. Got stirrups on, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's out in front on that. Got some old school stirrups on.
Wrist a little taped, it looks like. And
Little Lenny Dykstra.
yeah. 1-2's the count on Wolf. Here's the pitch. He fouls it off. Away from the cars. Here's a pitch by Rock. Drives it to right field.
Nice play.
Carvelli comes over to make the catch. So very 1-2-3 inning
No runs, no hits, no
for
errors.
Rock. No runs on no hits.
Nobody left.
Nobody left on base.
4.5.
After 4.5 innings, Robert C. Byrd 4, Philip Barbour 1. RCBSM Baseball, the Flying Eagle Network. Welcome back to Frank Loria Field for this evening's sectional championship game between the Philip Barbour Colts and the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. I'm Ryan Lance with my broadcast partner, DJ Byrd. Flying Eagles up 4-1 on the Colts. That brings up pitcher Rylan Rock, he grounds to the shortstop. Gonzalez comes up firing for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out.
He's really good there, isn't he?
Yeah. Plays a clean shortstop.
Yeah, he does.
Gonzalez to Ish for the out.
Never gets in a hurry.
Brings up number 23.
That brings up All-State third baseman Nick George for the Flying Eagles. Nick's singled last inning, hard hit ball. Notice Gonzalez is backed up about 10 steps from where he was last inning, or last at bat.
Yeah, he
doesn't want a repeat of that. First pitch is low and outside.
He got a slow pitch softball line drive out of
He's like, where's my mask? Here's the pitch to George.
Ooh, he about swung out of his shoes with that.
Yeah. Pitcher's
in the net. That's going to be a tough one to get out.
Right down the middle, and it looked like it had a little wrinkle to it, and Nick's timing just a little off.
Looked like he wanted to hit it down there in the rip in the creek.
1-1's a count. Here's the pitch to Nick. Low. Brings the count to 2-1.
You want to go after him, but at the same time, you want to be careful. You don't want to leave too much.
Yeah, there's spots that you want to hit. There's also spots you want to miss with Nick. Here's a pitch. Pitch is far outside. That does bring the count to 3-1.
And right now, this is the time you don't want to leave something over the plate. I mean, if you walk him, you walk him. But
right. Totally agree.
Oh, he came right out.
Wow.
Didn't get the call. Where's that?
I
mean, it works out for us, but where's that pitch at?
I thought he was going to get a call on that, but he didn't. Brings up Nathan Lotsky. Lotsky struck out looking his last at bat. I tell you, having a lefty on the mound, I think, has limited the Flying Eagles a little bit in the run game.
Ooh, off speed there. Way out in front on that one.
Lotsky takes a cut at it and misses. I would say he's going to see a steady dose of that this at bat.
Especially after that.
Here's the pitch.
That ball had some.
Outside.
Pitch had some break to it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, go. Oh.
And there for a called second strike. Count is 0-2 on Lotsky. Nick George at first, 1 out. Here's the pitch.
Ooh.
It's like a fastball. He tried to get a little higher on him, and Nathan just missed it. Fouls it straight back to the fence. 0-2's the count. Bottom half of the 5th inning. 1 out. Here's the pitch.
There's that same pitch. He just missed it that time.
Tries to backdoor him a little bit. Doesn't get the call.
That's same movement, same break. He got it a few pitches ago.
Phil Barbour crowd wanted the call. Takes it to 1-2. Pitch to.
Oh, he chased it.
Lotsky strikes out swinging on a high fastball.
Now batting number 15, Xavier Carvelli.
So that brings up lefty Xavier Carvelli, the right fielder. Carvelli is I think he was involved in a ground out to second baseman his last at bat. First pitch, Halfin is in there for a strike. Well, he's battled back this game.
Yeah, he has. He's had some rough innings, but he's hung in there and. Oh.
And there we have the first pass ball of the evening, or wild pitch, however you want to score it. It's been a great job by the pitchers and the catchers this evening.
Yeah, that's sometimes no matter what you do as a catcher, that ball just finds a way to get
go
through.
there.
Yeah, both catchers been really solid back there.
Carvelli takes a cut at a ball a little bit inside. You know, I always thought, Coach, in baseball, when you don't notice the catcher, It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like the kicker. And
yeah, kind of like the kicker. Or the bass player in the band, if you don't notice them.
Or the holder, not the kicker, really. The holder, if you don't know who's holding you.
Here's the pitch.
Carvelli.
Oh,
nice.
Carvelli hits it to Gonzalez at third, who's charging over to cover the hole, and he tags Nick George for the third out of the inning. So no runs on no hits. One runner left on. At the 5 innings, it's Robert C. Barbour Flying Eagles 4, the Philip Barbour Colts 1. RCBSN Baseball, the Flying Eagle Network. Welcome to Frank Loria Field for tonight's sectional championship game between the Philip Barbour Colts and the Robert C. Barbour Flying Eagles. I'm Ryan Lance with my partner DJ Bird. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Flying Eagles up 4-1 on the Colts. Rylan Rock on the mound. He throws a first pitch ball to shortstop Albert Gonzalez. Coach, we've both been commenting on what a nice job Gonzalez does at shortstop.
Yeah, he's smooth. Like I said, he doesn't get rushed throwing a ball over. I mean, the double play he took good. You don't see that a whole lot.
Counts 2-0. Here's the pitch from Rock.
Got him.
And it hits.
No, he didn't hit him. Let's get out of the way.
Let me rephrase. If that would have been me at the plate, that thing would have hit me 4 times. Yeah. No way I'm getting out of the way of that, but he did.
He got out of the way of it.
There's the pitch. Inside, it calls for a strike. Don't want to start that jog up the first too soon there, young man.
Nope.
You always want to wait, make eye contact at least.
Better hope this one's not close.
3-1's a count. Oh. And first batter walk for Gonzalez. That brings up Ish. And
that pitch still looks like it's in a good location now, even if it's up a little bit. But of course, we're back up here. He's
right
on it. But
again, I also think it has to do sometimes with the catcher, where the catcher sets up. Is he moving in and out of his frame? First pitch in there for a strike. Second pitch.
Got him out in front again, didn't he? He got him all out off speed.
Fouled swinging. I mean, that seems to be I can't remember. I mean, Ish might have gotten a fastball tonight, but I don't remember it.
No, I think he did with the one he hit in the alley earlier, but that may be the last one he's going to see today.
0-2 count. Testito, the catcher, sets up far outside to see if they can get Ish to chase it. He says, nope, I'm not going to take a cut at that. 1-2. Gonzalez at first base. No outs for the Colts. Here's the pitch. On outside part of the plate. Ish goes down looking. Big pitch by Rock.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. Other than that first at bat, they've done a nice job keeping him off balance since then.
Brings up the pitcher, Halfin.
Oh, I want to say there's another one where that ball hits that carpet and kind of slows it down.
Halfin strikes a single right up the middle.
First and second with 1 out.
Puts the runners at first and second with 1 out.
Catcher, number 19,
And that's going to cause Robert C. Byrd coach to come on out and have a little chat. Colts down to their final 5 outs of the game, but they've got a little rally going on here with their meat of their lineup up and 2 runners on with only 1 out. So Robert C. Byrd coaching staff wants to make sure everyone's on the same page here, and you know, not that you have to make this decision now, Coach, but you'll gladly trade a run for an out.
Oh yeah,
in this situation.
And you got to be seeing. Yeah, if I'm Philip Barbour, I'm trying to push runners over, and I mean you're down to your last 5 outs. You can't. And they've not really tried to bunt at all today.
They haven't, and you know the situation
surprising.
they're in really takes the bunt game out of play for them. So that brings up to the plate the catcher, Sisson. Runners at first and second. Rylan Rock on the mound for the Flying Eagles. Here's the pitch. A little bit outside. First pitch for a ball. Robert C. Byrd fans oohing and on. Philip Barbour fans saying that's a nice call.
You only make 50% of them happy. Yeah.
That's the truth. Second pitch a little high. Sisson takes a cut at it, fouls it off.
You get 1-1.
You know, I honestly don't understand why there isn't, like, why a windshield repair company isn't the biggest sponsor here. Frankly,
Yeah.
Just put their sign out in center field. It's easy money.
That's going to hang. Man, that ball just hangs.
Line drive to right field. Carvelli doesn't really have to move to make the catch. I'm like you. I thought that ball might have had a chance to sit down, but it just hung up there.
He hit it pretty well.
And Phil Barbour is not going to take a chance, and I don't blame him, trying to tag from second to third. So that brings up Cole. Cole got on fielder's choice, and he walked his first at bat.
I'm kind of watching alignment. Bryce plays a shallow center field, doesn't he?
He must know. He must know something. First pitch is in there for a strike. Here's the pitch.
Got him.
You want to peel that. The peel has to happen quick, and it did not, so it's a ball.
Unless the plate umpire definitely says no, and he don't. Well, the plate umpire don't have to ask for it.
That scoots away from DeStito. So now, both runners in a scoring position. 2 outs. Cole up.
Big spot for both teams right here.
Big spot. Philip Barbour down to their final 4 outs of the game. 2-1 count on Cole. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. I don't know, Coach. Evens it up, evens the count up. 2's on the board. It's a tough play.
Yeah, it is.
Tough play.
Nice job. Oh, wow. Good job by George.
Nick, I thought that Rock was going to try for
Right.
it. And if he would have got that ball, I don't think he would
There's
have
no
got
way
it.
he can stop and turn it.
I don't think so. But Big Nick's coming from third base, and he
didn't come late. He didn't come till late either. I don't know where he was at.
And he fired that ball in and gets the out. And so after 6.5, after 6.5, it's a Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles 4, Philip Barbour Colts 1. RCBSM Baseball, the Flying Eagle Network. Welcome back to Frank Loria Field. Tonight's sectional championship game between the Philip Barbour Colts and the Robert C. Byrd Flying Eagles. I'm Ryan Lance with my partner DJ Bird. Bottom half of the sixth brings the Flying Eagles to the plate. They are up 4-1 on the Colts. Ashton Schaefer steps in the box for the Flying Eagles. Philip Barbour's pitcher is still Halfin. He's done a great job hanging in there and battling.
Yeah,
First pitch is low for a ball.
if you're Bird, you'd like to get a run or two here to
Make you breathe a little easier.
Yeah.
Second pitch is a little low for ball two.
His pitch count's got to be up there though. Right now, and you're in the bottom of the sixth. He's got to be getting up close to that 110 mark.
Third pitch low.
He's just having. I mean, he's bad. Don't get me wrong, and he's done a good job, but he's just not looked comfortable on that.
The mound.
Yeah, he's not looked comfortable there all day.
Just joining his first inning, Halfin, I think through 10
straight balls
to start the game. So it's been tough for him to dig in and get comfortable. He does right there. He battles back for strikes. 3-1 on Schaefer, the freshman second baseman for the Flying Eagles. Found his way into the lineup this part of the season. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch inside. So after a 3-0 count, Halfin has battled back to throw 2 strikes consecutively. Brings the count to 3-2 on Schaefer. Here's the payoff pitch. Schaefer unloads the ball.
Just missed that.
Gets a little under it.
And that ball carried a little more than.
Flies out to left field. Ball just kind of hung up there. I thought maybe it had a chance to get in the gap or something, but that brings up junior Anthony Corsini. Corsini popped up to the shortstop his last at bat. Here's a pitch from Halfin. Misses on the outside part of the plate. Brings the count to 1-0.
Good spot there.
Corsini watches the second pitch go across for a strike. Called strike 2 on the outside part of the plate. So Anthony doesn't have the luxury of taking anything close here. Here's the pitch by Halfin. A little low. Coach, knows Halfin went a little sidearm slot delivery on that.
That was a little. I like that. Different arm angles.
I love different arm angles.
Yeah.
He's kind of held that in his pocket a little bit, and he just brought it out right there. And Sisson goes out to talk to Halfin and offer some words of encouragement, or he just wanted to make
it's kind of like that Saturday starter WVU has. Traxel, was that his name?
Yeah.
He can't throw hard enough to break pane of glass, but man, live his arm action is. You never know where the ball's coming from. You don't have to throw hard to be effective. Just get your spots.
Throwing and pitching, they're often two different things.
Yep.
Here's the pitch.
That's a big base runner right there.
It's a walk sends Corsini down to the first baseline. Looks like the Flying Eagles have a little action going on in the bullpen. So, again, pitch count is a thing, and maybe we'll see a different.
Getting somebody loose just in case. I couldn't think his pitch count's that high.
Bottom half of the sixth. Runner on first, 1 out. That brings up the catcher, Severi Destito. Severi walked his last, Severi struck out his last at bat. First at bat, he grounded out to the second baseman. Hard hit ball, shortstop.
Wow.
Bobbled. Hard hit ball. Gonzalez tried to backhand it, but just wasn't able to corral it in. Again, we've been raving about Gonzalez's play at shortstop. He just wasn't able to grab him. That's a tough play.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, you're going backhand deep in a hole. So you're going to get a runner for.
Brings up the center fielder, Bryce Burr.
But Flying Eagles in this situation, again, with Bryce coming up, 1 out, they've got an opportunity to get a run or two across that can kind of give them a little breathing room.
He can find some green right here. You at least get one.
Playing the first baseman up a little bit. Second baseman looks like he might be shading a little bit. Bryce flies out to right center. That's going to tag the runner up.
That's not bad at bat.
Put out to center field. Ball caught by Wolf.
So Corsini advances to third. Keeps the runner at first. Brings up shortstop Braden Thomason. Again, they have the option of doing the little rundown play here. But also with a guy like Corsini at third, you know, pass balls, and it hasn't been an issue tonight in wild pitches, but can't get too crazy if you're Halfin and that ball kicks away. It's a run scored.
Right.
Here's the pitch from Halfin. Right back up the
wow,
middle.
What a play.
Great play by Halfin.
Yeah, it was.
To get out of the inning.
Man.
1-3 if you're scoring at home.
That's the end of the bottom of the 6. No runs, 1 hit.
So no runs on 1 hit.
6 total innings.
And we head to the top of the 7th. And we have the Flying Eagles 4. Foot Barbour Colts 1. RCBSN Baseball, the Flying Eagle Network. Welcome back to Frank Loria Field. It's tonight's sectional championship game between the Philip Barbour Colts and the Robert C. Burr Flying Eagles. We head to the top of the 7th. Philip Barbour's down to their final 3 outs. Flying Eagles up 4-1. Flying Eagles making a change on the mound. Nick George comes in to relieve Rylan Rock, who's pitched a fabulous game. It's an even switch. Rylan goes to third. Nick comes in to pitch. Up for the Philip Barbour Colts, it's third baseman Nick Gonzalez. Here's the first pitch. Just missed on the outside part of the plate for a ball. Crowd can't believe it was called a ball. I would imagine Colts are going to take till they get
that's
get
what
a
I'd be
strike.
doing right now. You got to.
Got to get base runners some way if you're Philip Barbour. Low and outside. for ball 3. Nick always seems like a guy that it's going to take a batter or two to get warmed up, so pitch is in there for a strike. Brings the count to 3-1. Gonzalez yet to take a cut this at bat. He does right there. Oh! As the crowd lets out an audible moan, someone's going to be calling their insurance adjuster in the morning.
It didn't break it, but it hit the top.
3-2 is the count, no outs. Top of the 7th. In there. Just misses. That sends the batter, Nick Gonzalez, down to first on a walk.
Now here's where you get into question, if you're Philip Barbour, you exchanging anything for outs? With 3 left and down 3.
I wouldn't until I get to – if I get to 3 runs, then I'm thinking about it. First pitch is in there for a strike. But at that point, you're probably getting to the meat of your order. So,
yeah.
Second pitch just fouled off by the batter, left fielder D'Angelo. Brings the count to 0-2. If I'm Nick, I'm not even concerned about Gonzalez at first.
No.
Doesn't matter. Focus on the batter and the out. Here's the pitch.
Woo!
He snaps off a curveball.
Yes, he did.
And he didn't get it.
That fooled everybody but the catcher.
I mean, it's a straight overhand delivery.
Yeah, that's a nasty pitch right there.
1-2 is the count.
Got it.
Gets him swinging.
And that's nice to see him come back with that pitch after not getting that one before.
Yeah. The ability to move on and, you know, both pitchers haven't gotten some calls they thought they should.
Oh,
so.
yeah, it's been both sides. It hasn't just been.
I mean, that strike zone has been tight tonight.
Trying to throw that thing through a cane.
First pitch in there for a ball. Second pitch. Cross for a strike on Hutzler, the right fielder. 1 out, runner on first. Philip Barbour trying to keep this rally hopes alive. Pitch is a little low. Yeah. Here's the pitch by George. A little outside. Brings the count to 3-1. You don't want to put this guy on coach
you don't
and turn the lineup over. Wolf's leadoff hitter is pretty problematic for the Flying Eagles this evening. So,
3-1. I don't like that full take. He didn't even.
I got you. Full count, 1 out.
I mean, I think you kind of got to leave that up. I can't even talk. Leave that up to the hitter. Man, nobody's moving.
Dribbler back to Nick George. He makes the easy out to first. Runner advances to second. That brings up the center fielder, Cale Wolf. Wolf flew out to the right fielder, lined out to the right fielder last at bat. We thought it was going to be, had the potential to drop, and catcher for the Flying Eagles, Severio Destito, is out talking to Nick. What do you think that freshman's telling the senior in this spot? Anything? I think the senior's like, you just catch this one, young man. Here's a pitch by Nick. Outside part of the plate, fastball for a strike. Wolf digs in. Second pitch just misses. Colts down to the final out in this sectional championship, trying to extend play another game. Wolf takes a swing at it. Big secondary lead out at second by Nick Gonzalez. Again, he's not a concern for the Flying Eagles right now.
Yeah, that don't even bother you right now.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman, Schaefer. Schaefer throws to first, and that is the ball game. Sheesh. So the Flying Eagles come away with their second consecutive sectional championship with a 4-1 victory here at Frank Loria Field over the Philip Barbour Colts. Coach, what do you think of the job Ryland Rock did on the mound this evening?
I mean, what we talked about at the beginning, he stayed around the plate, didn't walk a lot of batters, played good defense behind him. They haven't played real well all year. They've been kind of up and down. But here, I mean, if you're going to play well this time of year, you're going to start play. You got to start playing well.
Well, and they had that big third inning where they got 3 runs, and that proved to be the difference in the game. And we talked about. I think it was Bryce that got on first.
Yeah, that was that inning. Bryce got on first,
and just kind of set the table for him, and they were able to keep going.
And nothing against Philip Barbour, they just never look comfortable all day.
I agree. And hats off to Philip Barbour. They battled him out of that loser's bracket.
Yeah, it's tough to do. That's a lot of baseball to play in consecutive days.
And there's few teams, especially in this class, that can that have the arms to be able to deal with pitch counts like that. So, hats off to them. But congratulations to the Robert C. Burr Flying Eagles on, again, this sectional championship, again, the second one in consecutive years. As the team lines up right in front of home plate to get their picture taken, they didn't come into the postseason on a higher note. They lost some tough games to some higher opponents.
And they've played a tough schedule this year, too.
They have. They really have. And it's not been great at times, but, they've battled and they've worked at it. And they're enjoying this moment together. Their opponent in the region has yet to be determined.
Yeah, Lewis County or Herbert Hoover. Herbert Hoover will have to beat Lewis County twice.
And Rain is playing a havoc.
Bird does have the arms. I mean, they've got a pretty good deep staff that.
Yeah, they've got for Robert C. Bird this season. They've had a couple freshman pitchers that have really gotten a lot of opportunities, and, it's paying off for them this part of the season. So, smiles all around, pictures being taken. So, great opportunity that the Flying Eagles take advantage of, and they will sit and wait for the winner of the other section to determine who their opponent will be in the region. So, for myself and my partner, DJ Bird.
Hey, we're 2-0 on section championship games.
You know what? We are. We'll see. You know what? You need to renegotiate our contract.
There we go,
Coach.
Yeah, we'll have to
They need to double our pay
for sectional.
So, signing off here again from Frank Loria. It's your Flying Eagles 4, Philip Barbour Colts 1, as the Flying Eagles claim their second championship in as many years. So, we will hopefully I'm trying to think of the it's probably not next week.
No, it'll be the week after. They'll have a week in between,
Have a week in between. So, signing off here at Frank Loria Field, I'm Ryan Lance, DJ Bird, RCBSN Baseball, the Flying Eagle Network.